ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरु वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सागणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सागणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषाय शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी पुष्पानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेम प्रदायिते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरकृष्णे नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णव की जय। हरे कृष्णा, वेलकम एवरीवन। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकीम्। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीगुरु दीनदायलं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। जयो श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So I think only 4 shlokas left. 4 or 5. 41 is the last one, no, Prabhu? 41. We try to complete it today. Prayers of Lord Brahma, Canto 10, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chapter 14, verse 36. तावद्रागादयस्तेनास्तावत् काराग्रहं गृहं तावन्मोहो निगडो यावत् कृष्ण न ते जनाः। तावत् कारागृहं तावन्मोहो निगडो यावत् कृष्ण न ते जनाः। तावत् कारागृहं तावन्मोहो निगडो यावत् कृष्ण न ते जनाः। मुरलीदेव प्रभु, please take translation.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear Lord Krishna, until people become your devotees, their material attachments and desires remain thieves, their homes remain prisons, and their affectionate feelings for their family members remain foot shackles. Purport. Apparently, the residents of Vrindavana, the abode of Lord Krishna, are simple householders engaged in ordinary affairs such as herding cows, cooking, rearing children, and performing religious ceremonies. However, all these activities are so intensely engaged in the loving service of Lord Krishna. The residents of Vrindavana perform all activities in pure Krishna consciousness and thus exist on the most exalted platform of liberated life. Otherwise, the same activities performed without Krishna consciousness constitutes ordinary bondage to the material world. Thus, one should not misunderstand the exalted position of the residents of Vrindavana, nor should one consider oneself highly religious simply because one performs ordinary domestic affairs very enthusiastically, but without Krishna consciousness. By focusing our passionate attachment to our family and society, we are completely deviated from the progressive path of Krishna consciousness. Conversely, if we engage our family in the loving service of Lord, our endeavors to maintain our family becomes part and parcel of our progressive spiritual duties. In conclusion, by studying the extraordinary status of the residents of Vrindavana, we can see that the essential quality of their lives is pure Krishna consciousness, the rendering of loving service to the Lord without a trace of material desires or mental speculation. Such loving service to the original personality of Godhead immediately creates the atmosphere of Sri Vrindavana Dhama, the kingdom of God. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Translation. My dear Lord Krishna, until people become your devotees, their material attachments and desire remain thieves. Their homes remain prisons, and their affectionate feelings for their family members remain foot shackles. So, what is Lord Brahma saying in this translation? Can anyone say in your words? What does it mean, like home remaining prison and desire remaining thieves, when somebody is very much attached to this materially attached, when somebody is very much materially attached to his, like my family, my people, my belongings, like that. So why is it said like this? Desires remain thieves, their home remain prisons. What do you understand by this? By Lord Brahma's statement?
You cannot become a devotee unless you leave these material attachments and desires and
Yes.
desire for the God.
But
Lord
why,
Krishna.
it is said like their home remain prison?
Because you'll be tied down with this material world, and that spiritual Krishna consciousness will not come to you.
Yes. Yes. Anybody else want to add?
Yes,
What Prabhuji
Mataji.
said?
Hare Krishna,
Yes.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, actually what he meant, maybe Lord Brahma meant that with each activity what we are doing in material world, because we are in material world, we can't help it. With each activity, we need to remember Krishna. With Krishna consciousness, we have to do. Then only that attachment, we can detach ourselves a little bit from that attachment and know the actual pathway of life.
Yes. Yes. Good. Yes. Anybody else want to add? So basically, yes, both of you are right. So why it is called prison? Like we know that this material world itself is said to be a prison, right? Like who is the taking care of this prison of material world?
Brahma,
It's called Durga, right? It is called Durga.
yes.
Right? So Durga, no, Mother Durga is being given the in charge of taking care of this material world. Devi Yesha Gudamayi, Mama Maya Duratyaya. Because we are all binded in these three modes, and three modes is also compared to like we have mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. So mode of goodness is something like somebody is being tied with a golden chain. right? Still you're tied only. You are not free, right? And then the mode of passion is like somebody who is being tied by a silver. Maybe the quality of metal is good, but then still you are bounded only, right? And then ignorance means of iron. So what does that indicate? So we study in Bhagavad, this one, chapter 14, that even in Sattva Guna also it is binding. It is binding by what? Anyone remembers? Sattva Guna is also a binding, it is said. What Krishna says? Why Sattva Guna also is binding us to remain in this material world?
Because of the feeling of happiness we get.
Yeah, good. So this is feeling of happiness and also knowledge. No, Krishna says, because of knowledge and happiness, one is get binded. So what happens when somebody is not taken into spiritual life, but he is very happy, like he is leading a very clean life without any sinful activity, and he is engaged in his duties, right? So that person, obviously, when it is said, when somebody is not engaged in a sinful activity, his life becomes more, Maya doesn't trouble much, right? Maya trouble the person who is a thief. One who is not a thief, he is not much troubled. So he is in a way like a happier life. So he feels everything is there in my life. What is the need of God, right? There are many people like that we see in the world who are like philanthropy. They do a lot of philanthropic work. They are very good, and they do a lot of charity to poor people, and they think that that is the highest. Why should I take to God? No, everything God has given to enjoy, right? So let us, whatever we have, we can lead a good life. Like they feel that they are qualified, and more the higher the education, the person becomes very proud, and he feel, I know everything, right? So what is the need of worshipping God? Everything is because they think that this is the only life, and this is the end. There is nothing beyond this. So they are happy, and happiness and the knowledge. Knowledge mention means the material knowledge there, not the spiritual knowledge. And in the Rajoguna, that is mode of passion, what does bind the person? What is that
Wealth,
which is
fame,
binding? Huh?
wealth, fame,
Yes, wealth
prosperity,
is, yes. So he has a lot of hankering for all this, right? He wants a lot of wealth, no? He want to be richer than the other person, and there is a enviousness also. So what is that which is making him stay? That is because of the attachment. Rajo ragatmakam vidhi trishna sanga samudbhavam, right? So because of that, because of unlimited hankering and attachment, and also his the fruitive activities, attachment to fruitive activities. So whatever you do, you get some gain, right? That will be like very detailedly we see in the chapter 14. No, whatever they do, even in the charity also, it will be like they want to get some name or pratipala, what you say, that in return they expect something. Only such kind of things they will do. So that is in mode of passion. And in what about in mode of ignorance? So Prabhupada says it is complete madness. No, Krishna also says pramada. No, so pramada alasya nidrabihi. So there's a lot of laziness and simply sleeping all the time. No, like as Prabhupada says, a person needs only 6 hours of sleep, but then they don't have anything in life, right? They don't have any aim. Not because in a mode of passion, at least person has some aim. He want to achieve more, or materialistically at least he want to grow. But then he don't have anything like that. Ignorance means he is very lazy, and he want to, and he's like a very one who picks up fight. No, that is what is said in Ayuktah Prakrita Stabdha Shato Naishkruti Kolasaha. Kolasaha means very argumentative kind of people we see a lot in the outside, because they don't want to accept the scriptures. Usually it will be quite opposite. They hate, right? They they're very against. So so here actually in mode of passion, a person is in confusion. What is right and what is wrong? But in mode of ignorance, he is very firm. Whatever he believes is right, and the right thing he says wrong, and wrong thing he says is right. So this way, everyone, because of three modes of material nature, we are all like prison in the sense we are being tied by this chain of three modes of nature. So what happens here? Basically, it is mode of passion being said in this verse. If we see, because here it is said, other than devotees, like basically a karmi life, right? So the material attachments and desire remain their thieves, because what happens? They thieves me like the real like Prahlad Maharaj said, Nate vidu swartagatim hi Krishna, Vishnu or Krishna. So nate vidu swartagatim hi Vishnu means durashayaye bahirarthamaninaha. No, andayatande upaniyamana tepisha tantrayam urudamni baddaha. So basically he says they don't know that their self-interest lies in worshipping or surrendering onto Supreme Personality of Godhead. So they are, they are being guided by they are being blind and being guided by another blind man. So if we have to come out of this material existence, we have to take shelter of someone who is not in these three modes, right? That is a bona fide acharya. So when we who is a pure devotee of Lord Krishna, so only he can take us from this ocean of material existence. But then people are like, they want to follow someone who shows the way which they like. So there are many spiritual organizations which actually say that you can do anything in life. Along with that, you do the bhakti, right? Devotional service. So they don't even stress on regulative principles. Actually, when even Srila Prabhupada went to USA, that time there was a very famous organization which was established there, and they suggested Prabhupada that here these things won't follow. Like you can't say no meat eating, right? And these and they we have to, and here they also suggested he has to put the attire of a Western so that they will feel more, he'll be more acceptable, and so many things they suggested. But Prabhupada was very firm on his four regulative principles, right? No meat eating, no illicit sex. What are the other two?
No gambling.
No gambling and no intoxication, right? So they were like very much low. Okay, this is also chalta hai, like okay, then only people will. Otherwise, then they said, okay, if you are so firm, then you are not going to get even one follower. That is what they said, Prabhupada. But we know how Prabhupada, just in a matter of a very short term, in 1 year, he established the International Society of Krishna Consciousness, and he already made so many devotees because of his purity. So this we will remain the slaves of our desires when we don't take into Krishna consciousness. That is what it means here, right? When we don't become a devotee, then there are so many desires, right? So usually it is there. Desire. No, it is the soul has, because that is the only thing. The nature of the soul is to desire. So of course it does, but it does not know what to desire. No, it is very wrongly guided and very easily get distracted because of the association. But then when it come in association of devotees, what happened? We know what is right and what is wrong, right? So then we slowly, by devotional service, we are able to overcome those materialistic desire, and at least we are able to, like, just like, Krishna says, it is common for anyone. Apuryamanam achalat pratishtam samudramapa pravishanti yadvat tavat kamayam pravishanti sarve sashanti mapnoti nakamakami. So the desires are like compared to the waves in the ocean. Krishna says, just like a waves, it's unlimited waves we have in motion, right? So similarly, the desires also come in the heart. But then, who is a strita prajna, or one who has to, who can be at peace, is someone, Krishna says, who has control over those desires. No, only then sa shanti mapnoti na kama kami. Not the one who keeps on serving his desires. He keeps on, okay, I now, I want to take a big bungalow, right? So have you seen any big materialist being happy? Like Mukesh Ambani is the richest, right? So he can stop working, right? Does he do that? He still want to grow his money, right? Keep on growing. So this is never end. No, never. No, just like Bhagavad Gita says in chapter 5, anything, the satisfaction cannot come from the sense object. No, the how much ever you engage in the sense sense gratification, that is like, it is never become end. It is just like putting a ghee in the fire. It becomes only more. So only when a person is able to control his desires, Krishna says, that person will be at peace, right? And controlling of desires is not easy. So controlling of desires even done by the jnanis, right? So they gave up everything and they go and meditate, like in Ashtanga Yoga we see they meditate in the on the so they do all that yama niyama pratyahara, right? So controlling, so that type of controlling also is very difficult. So only thing Prabhupada says that we can dovetail the desires. So you have the desire, so do it for Krishna, right? So you want to eat, no, right? You like to eat all delicious things. Prabhupada says you offer to Krishna and you eat, right? So there we see. So similarly here, contradictory, so contradictory in the purport we see, it is mentioned that how the pure devotees or the residents of Vrindavana, though their acts are very ordinary, right? What they used to do, they used to take care of the cows and normal taking care, and making butter, right? And they were waiting for Krishna to have it, and they were enjoying their day-to-day life. But then their consciousness was always thinking about Krishna, right? So always, even the Gopa boys or like Krishna's friends and everyone, they were always thinking about Krishna. So they were not like very much attached to the somebody's audience. Yeah. So they were not actually attached, even like a gopis. They were even they were not attached so much to family and the husband. But materially, when we see, if somebody does like that, it may be, it looked like it is not good, right? That is not dharmic. But then, for whom were they doing that? They were doing for Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. So for Krishna, when we do nothing, right? Krishna says, Sarva Dharman Parityaja, Mamekam Sharanam Praja. So whoever have taken shelter of Krishna, for them, Krishna will take, he will make them free from all the sinful reactions, right? Otherwise, it is said, we all are indebted to 7 people, right? Who are the 7 people? Devatas, no? There are so many people we are all indebted full. I think it's forefathers and devatas and the mother, father, right? So even parents also, because without parents, how can we get this life? Because so many souls, very unfortunate, they don't even come out, they don't even see the light, they get killed even in the womb, or no, so many other reasons they don't even get to see, because that is an opportunity no, to get a human life is also a blessings, where one get the opportunity to come out of the cycle of birth and death. But that is opportunity is also taken away for many people. So we have to be thankful even for our parents, and so they have guided us and they have given us, no, the samskar, like janmana, no, it is said, no, by birth everybody is shudra, but then samskarat no, bhavet dvija. So no, so after the, no, taking surrendering to spiritual master, only one become a dvija. So similarly, so there are I'm not getting the other. So there are so many people like
We are indebted
devatas,
to Guru.
guru,
We are
guru.
indebted to Guru also. Guru also.
Yeah, guru. It's always, it is there. So there are other people also. I think spiritual master was not mentioned in that shloka, right? I don't remember. Uh, because it is like whoever who have not taken shelter of Krishna, and for that people they are all indebted for, you know, so many people. But then otherwise, whoever have taken shelter of Krishna, those obligations are not there. So we have many examples also in Bhagavatam, like who have given up, right? Even the four Kumaras of sons of Lord Brahma, they also actually they were created to why were they created? What was the why Lord Brahma created them, four Kumaras?
Increase the population.
Yeah. So did they do that? They didn't, right? So they refused to do it, but then they didn't get any sinful reactions. So similarly, Arjuna also, Arjuna didn't wanted to fight, you know, because of it would be wrong to kill his own guru or his grandfather and his brothers, you know, all his family members. But then Krishna said, not to worry, right? Ma Shucha. No, I will take care of all those. You know, any reactions is there, I will take care. So now you do the duty. Whatever I tell, you do. So when we follow the rules and regulations or the instructions of the Lord in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, we are no doubt we are free from so many obligations, right? So then so obviously when we are coming to the platform that we are not this body and we are soul, no, that itself gives us so much of solace, right? Like you're not so, no, it is like when you're not this body, so whatever identification otherwise we think we are, it is not that. Krishna says because the soul is eternal, right? So so when that is a thing, so then our duty becomes clear, huh? So what we have to do, so we have to, you know, yes, everybody has different responsibilities. So what one can do is keep a time for the soul also. Like our Acharya says, we have to do 8 by 8 by 8. 8 hours, it includes our sleeping and, becoming fresh and all those things will be 8 hours. And 8 hours is for mind in the sense you have other responsibilities, work and all that. So it should not be more than 8. And then another 8 keep for spiritual practice or for the soul. So though 8 hours may not be possible for everyone, at least Prabhupada has said morning, morning, try to join for the japa session. Nowadays, to encourage devotees, Prabhuji has started like giving the opportunities to devotees to read Shiksharthakam for the online devotees and chanting the 10 offenses. No, like you can give the names to your language leaders. So weekly once one language, every day one language people will be given opportunity to read. So that somehow he actually its dream is it has to cross more than 1,000. Though we have so many people have done the Bhagavad Gita and so many courses are there, but still we are not having more devotees. But gradually it is increasing. I remember when I joined, like 2020, right, 5 years back. That time there were around less than 80. Now I see like sometimes it will be more than 300 also. That's a very good thing. It's multiplying, but still it is less. So I don't know how many of you join in this. Anybody joining for Mangalarti?
I joined Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, I am there.
Okay.
So it reaches
Okay,
up to
okay.
400 also.
Okay, nice. Okay.
Up to
So you're
400.
all there. Great. Nice. So some people there'll be health issue based on age, so we can't force. So just try to do it in a calm atmosphere, the chanting. So basically it will be very nice to chant in early morning, right? After the Mangalarti, and you'll like there is no disturbance. Nobody is there to disturb. It's nice. Okay. So basically so this verse basically means if we are one who is very much attached to the family life, so he is bounded. No, he cannot. No, he cannot think beyond his body. That's what it means, right? He cannot think that there is something called soul. So, so that is why we have to make time to hear at least about Krishna. So, what will happen when we hear about the Lord? Only then our faith develops, right? So when we hear about Lord, we get a knowledge, and from the knowledge we develop faith, right? Only with that faith we can understand Krishna. Okay, we'll go to the next verse. 10:14:37. Prapancham nishprapancho api vidambhayasi bhutale prapanna janatananda sandoham pratitum prabho. Prapancham nishprapanchopi
Prapancham
Prapancham Vanchopi
vidambhayasi bhutale
Vidambayasi bhutale
prapanna janatananda
prapanna janatananda
sandoham pratitum prabho.
sandoham prathitum prabho.
Prapancham nishprapanchopi
Prapancham nishprapanchopi
vidambhayasi bhutale
Vidambayasi Bhutale
prapanna janatananda
Prapanna Janatananda
sandoham pratitum prabho.
sandoham
Sandoham
pratitum
Pratitum
prabho.
Prabhu.
Okay, who wants to read? Can start.
Shall I read, Madhuri?
Yeah. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Translation. My dear master, although you have nothing to do with material existence, you come to this earth and imitate material life just to expand the varieties of ecstatic enjoyment for your surrendered devotees. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura points out that just as a lamp does not seem to shine as brightly in sunlight as it does in the shade, or as a diamond does not seem as brilliant on a silver platter as it does on a plate of blue glass, the Lord's pastimes as Govinda do not seem as amazing in the transcendental abode of Vaikuntha as they do within the material realm of Maya. Lord Krishna comes to the earth and acts towards his pure devotees exactly like a devoted son, boyfriend, husband, father, friend, and so on. And within the darkness of material existence, these brilliant created pastimes give unlimited ecstasy to the surrendered of the Lord. In his Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Srila Prabhupada quotes Lord Brahma as follows. I can also understand that your appearance as a small cowherd boy, a child of the cowherd men, is not at all a material activity. You are so much obliged by their affection that you are here to enthuse them with more loving service by your transcendental presence. Hare Krishna Madhavi.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Translation. My dear master, although you have nothing to do with material existence, you come to this earth and imitate material life just to expand the varieties of aesthetic enjoyment for your surrendered devotees. So we know like why Krishna comes. So though he comes, to establish dharma and to annihilate the miscreants, but then the main intention is to please his devotee, to give that pleasure to his surrendered devotees, right? So even we know like when Lord Rama came, so he was very happily he was took the sannyas, no, when he came to know the very next day from his father that you are not going to be crowned as king, but you will have to go to the forest. It is said like there was not even a, uh, he didn't even feel anything bad. He felt like he was very happy to leave because it is a leela of the Lord, and also there were so many other devotees waiting there. There were so many sadhus, who wanted to see the Lord, who have been doing austerity for a long time, and how many sages they meet, and actually they were all like they were. And of course, yeah, he killed so many demons also on the way, and during his stay in the forest. But so why Krishna, actually the Lord comes, so it is given here in the purport. So like just like no in Krishna takes pleasure to come here. He's in this material world because here he his it looks even more vibrant, all his the leelas and pastimes, because and it also gives a like a even for the other people, they get attracted by the Lord's activities. Everybody can get, because of his merciful nature, Krishna comes down so that everybody can get benefit of it. So because in the spiritual world, the pure devotees are there, and anyways the pastimes are going on, and uh, it's always going good, right? There is no like demons or who don't believe in Lord, like any such kind of people there. But we see how much pastimes are there in Mahabharata, right? When Krishna comes here. So we see the supremacy of the Lord. The people get to see, and how Krishna established dharma, and so many things the Lord teaches when he comes, right? Though every incarnation has a purpose of him coming. So here Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura is saying that the lamp does not seem to shine as brightly in sunlight as it does in a shade. So the analogy is here that the when there is a in the sunlight, when if we switch, if we light a lamp, it doesn't look so bright. So similarly, the Krishna, there is everybody good people only, they're all liberated souls are there in spiritual world, and there Krishna is there. So it is mentioned here than that it is good when you see, how do you call somebody good or bad, right? When there is a existence of good bad, we are able to see, okay, this person is good, right? If there is everybody are good, like just in Satyuga, people were mostly following all the dharma. No, it is that dharma had all the four legs. No, so then no, there was Satya, there was Daya, right? What are the four legs of dharma? No, people were all religious, so four legs of dharma.
One is
So
truthful.
just our
Truthfulness.
yes, truthfulness. Just remember our regulative principle only. No, what are the regulative principles?
Kindness.
Yeah, kindness is daya, right? So when we eat the meat, it is said daya is gone, right? That is the one leg of that is dharma, one leg of dharma. And then what comes with this one? Shuchi, cleanliness.
Worship.
Yeah, cleanliness is associated with the illicit sex. It means if somebody is practicing illicit sex, then it is said that Shuchi is gone, right? So that is one leg of Dharma. Shuchi is cleanliness. And then intoxication and gambling. So what is associated with gambling? Truth, right?
Cheating.
One who is a gambler, he will lie. So the Satya is gone. Now another leg of the dharma's leg, it is. So intoxication is what? Satya, no? Satya, Daya, and what are Shuchi? What is the other one? Even I am not able to. Daya, Tapa, right? So intoxication is associated with Tapa because one who takes drugs, one who takes alcohol or smoking, and these things are all intoxication. So there is no tapa there. He can't do any austerity. So these are the four things. Basically, these were there in Satyuga. It is said all four legs were there, and one leg, it slowly. I think over the yugas, one leg reduced, and it is said in Kali Yuga only Satya is there. That is also half. No, it is like half truth is only existing, all the others is gone. So people are not able to do any tapas or maintain cleanliness, or they don't have any mercy on any living entities. So these things are symptoms, right? So similarly, when so these so people were so pious in the that yuga, right? So we see but Krishna comes in every yuga, he has come, and when he comes, but still we had demons that time also, right? But now over the time it is said like the in Kali Yuga, it's actually analogy. It is not complete truth that everything is in the same person. It is said some people say like in the Satyuga, the demonic mentality was in different planets, right? Hiranyakashipu was in a different planet, and this Earth was in different planet. And then what happened? It is coming near. So in the Treta Yuga, it became two countries like Lanka and India, right? Right. And then in Dwapar Yuga, it became in the same family, no? The demonic, the Kauravas and Pandavas. And then it is said in Kali Yuga, it's in the same person. So that analogy, it looks correct, but then as we all know, like the soul is eternal, and it applies to everyone from all the yugas, right? Everybody had, but they choose truth over lie or the being unreligious. So they choose that. They had that spiritual strength. Their intelligence was very high. No, spiritually they were very exalted compared to us, and that is why they were able to make better decision, in their lives. And they had such rulers. They were Rajarishis that time. But actually, over the time, because of all invasions and all that in our country, we are more like we become slaves to the Western culture, and because of that, we lost connection to our roots. So that is the thing, and slowly how it is declining, we can see that. So when Krishna comes here, he enjoys a lot, in all his pastimes. So different pastimes where he kills all the demons, and also his association with the pure devotees, all are very sweet. So many pastimes we read. So this is also a pastime with Lord Brahma, and how he using the Brajvasis, how this pastime was so sweet, right? There are so many pastimes. So that is what is mentioned here. So when Krishna comes here, it is more sweet. So yeah. Go to the next verse. Jananta eva janantu kim bahukyat, sorry, kim bahuktya, kim bahuktyana me prabhu manaso vapusho vacho vaibhavam tava gocharaha. Jananta eva janantu
जानन्त एव
जानन्तु
जानन्तु
बहुक्त्या नमे प्रभो
किं
किं
बहुक्त्या
बहुक्त्या
न मे
न मे
प्रभो
बहुक्त्या किं बहुक्त्या नमे प्रभो
किं बहुक्त्या न मे
मनसो वपुषो वाचो
मनसो
वपुषो
वपुषो
वाचो
वैभवं तव गोचरः
वैभवं तव गोचरः
जानन्त एव जानन्तु
जानन्त एव
जानन्तु
किं बहुक्त्या नमे प्रभो
किं
किं बहुक्त्या
बहुक्त्या
न मे
न
प्रभो
मे प्रभो
मनसो वपुषो वाचो
मनसो वपुषो वाचो
वैभवं तव गोचरः
वैभवं तव
वैभवं तव
गोचरः
गोचरः
Please read. Translation. Yes.
Translation. There are people who say, I know everything about Krishna. Let them think that way. As far as I am concerned, I do not wish to speak very much about this matter. O my Lord, let me say this much. As far as your opulence are concerned, they are all beyond the reach of my mind, body, and words. Hare Krishna.
Please read the translation.
The translation is not showing here.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Just one line is there.
Yeah, one line. Purport. This translation is quoted from Srila Prabhupada, Chaitanya Saritamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 21, text 27. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So actually, we see a lot of Bhagavatam shlokas in Chaitanya Charitamrita also. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, many places he uses the verses from Srimad Bhagavatam. Translation: there are people who say, I know everything about Krishna. So who is saying this? Lord Brahma, right? So let them think that way. As far as I am concerned, I do not wish to speak very much about this matter. Oh my Lord, let me say this much. As far as your opulences are concerned, they are all beyond the reach of my mind, body, and words. So just imagine, Lord Brahma is also says that I cannot understand Krishna, right? I cannot understand the Supreme Lord. So Krishna also says that nobody understand me, right? No devatas, no sages, nobody understands me, right? So, how can we understand? So, as we all know, like Shastras say, there are three ways of understanding. In general, how can one understand any knowledge? Is three pramanas are there, right? What are the three pramanas? We have three pramanas, na? Pratyaksha pramana.
प्रत्यक्ष प्रमाणम
And what is the second one?
सत्य प्रमाण
Anuman.
सत्य
Pratyaksha. No, there is no Satya. Pratyaksha, Anumana, and Shabda. Okay. So those are the three things are there, right? So Pratyaksha means I am believing only what I see. So mostly these scientists, these people, right? So they only believe what they see. So basically, they don't even believe in the existence of soul because soul is not seen. Soul cannot be, there is no instrument which can measure the size of the soul because it's so tiniest, right? 1 by 10,000 part of the tip of the hair. We can't even imagine how small it is. So they don't. So, but then that is wrong because many times we can't, just like we can't see our own self in the dark room. Like Prabhupada says, you can't see your hand in your own hand in the dark room. So how can you be proud of your own senses? So how can we see Krishna who is above this material? So material eyes cannot see the Lord. So Pratyaksha Pramana, we can't see, understand the Lord. And Anuman Praman. So Anuman means is a guessing like, right? So any examples for Anuman Praman? So Anuman means what?
Assuming
Anuman,
something.
yeah, assuming something. Can you give any example?
Earlier, they used to say the sun revolves around the earth. That
Yeah, correct. That is kind of a speculation, right? That is not truth. So there are so many things like that, even with concern to like this cow dung also, right? They were actually Prabhupada used to say earlier, the Westerns, they said like this, we used to no, in India they used to clean in front of house. We used to use that for washing, because usually they used to be like even the floors were of mud inside the home also they used to do. No, my mother told me in her in-law house it used to be like that. They used to inside also inside the home uh, they used to what to say no, with the cow dung
Lepa
only, cow
lagate
dung
hain.
water. Lepa, correct. They will do that. They used to do, she used to tell. It is so hard. So, but it is so scientific. It is said you don't get any insects and these things inside the home. It avoids. So these things were known very long back to Indians. No, see, this knowledge was there. But then those people, no, for Westerners, they said like they made fun like the Indians using shit and all that, cow shit. So later they found out that many years they did research, more than 50 years, Prabhupada says, and then they found that it has so much of scientific value and these things. And so Prabhupada says so much of money is lost, time is lost. No, there's such a fool. You could have directly taken from Shastras and to know the purity. We know like we use that, right? Like even during the housewarming and all that, like even the urine of cow, right? What do you call that, Prabhu? Gel. I'm not. There's a name, right? For purity, we use, right? So many times in
Gomutra,
function.
Mataji.
Gomutra, yeah,
Hmm.
correct. Gomutra is
Gomutra.
we use, right? So even some death is happened. So after 11th day when there is a function, so that time also the priest use that to do Shuddha, right? To the all people and the house. So those things, it's already there. But then, so Prabhupada said, just take from Shastra. So taking from Shastra means Shabda Pramana, right? So Shabda Pramana means, so just like Prabhupada says, so how if a child want to know his father, who is the right person to ask? Whom can a child go and ask?
The
And who
mother.
is my father? Mother,
Mother.
right? So only mother can tell. So similarly, our Shastra is like mother. And who is the father?
Krishna.
Yeah. So Krishna is the father. So if you want to know about Krishna, you ask mother. So mother is Vedas. So when we ask when we take shelter of Vedas and through a bona fide, the understanding also is required, because there are many people who study Vedas, but they haven't come for the conclusion. What is the thing, like what is Krishna saying? What is the need of reading Vedas? To worship or the devotional service? They have not come to that conclusion. So, but then that is what a bona fide spiritual master who is coming in the one of the four sampradayas. So when we take shelter and then we understand in the right way. So otherwise it is not possible. Even the great demigods, sages, or even Lord Brahma says, even I can't understand the Lord. Right? So and there's just one thing I remembered, like Narad Muni once thought that Lord Brahma is everything. He must be the creator of this universe. And then he sees that even Lord Brahma is meditating on some supreme. So then he understands, okay, so Lord Brahma is not the supreme creator. There must be someone above him. So he asked his father, Father, I see that you are also meditating on somebody else, supreme. So who is that? So then he says that Lord Krishna. Right? So that way we understand that even, but in material world, but many we see that people even don't like telling Krishna as Supreme Lord, because no, Maya Aparata Gnana Prapadyante Anya Devata, right? They are like people worshipping different devatas. So they don't understand the position of Lord Krishna. So Krishna says, that is why Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. So of many lives, after taking into shelter of a guru, after many lives, one come to understanding that Krishna is everything. So it's not easy. So I think with this, one more is there. We'll read fast. Another, I want to finish. There are just 2 shlokas, I'll finish fast. 10.14.39. अनुजानीहि मां कृष्णा सर्वं त्वं वेत्सि सर्वदृक् त्वं एव जगतां नाथो जगत् एतं तवार्पितम् अनुजानीति मां कृष्णा
अनुजानीहि मां कृष्ण
अनुजानीहि मां कृष्णा
Krishna.
सर्वं त्वं वेत्सि सर्वदृक्
सर्वं त्वं वेत्सि सर्वदृक्
त्वमेव जगतां नाथो
त्वमेव जगतां नाथो
जगत् एतत्तवार्पितम्
जगदेतदवार्पितम्
अनुजानीहि मां कृष्णा
Krishna.
सर्वं त्वं वेत्सि सर्वदृक्
सर्वं
त्वम् एव जगतां नाथो
त्वमेव जगतां नाथो
जगदेतत्तवार्पितम्.
जगदेतदवार्पितम्. May I read, Mata?
Someone read? Yes.
Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear Krishna, I now humbly request permission to leave. Actually, you are the knower and seer of all things. Indeed, you are the Lord of all the universes, and yet I offer this one universe unto you. Purport. In his Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Srila Prabhupada has quoted Lord Brahma as follows. My dear Lord, although you are the Supreme Lord of all creation, I sometimes falsely think that I am the master of this universe. I may be master of this universe, but there are innumerable universes, and there are also innumerable Brahms who preside over these universes. But actually, you are the master of them all. As the super soul in everyone's heart, you know everything. Please, therefore, accept me as your surrendered servant. I hope that you will excuse me for disturbing you in your pastimes with your friends and cows. Now, if you will kindly allow me, I will immediately leave so you can enjoy your friends and cows without my presence. The words Sarvam Tvam Vatsi, Sarvadrak are very significant here. Lord Krishna knows everything and sees everything, and therefore Lord Brahma did not need to remain in Vrindavana to maintain his personal loving contact with the Lord. In fact, as the creator of the universe, Lord Brahma was somewhat out of place in the simple, blissful atmosphere of Vrindavana, where Lord Krishna was exhibiting his supreme opulences in herding cows, enjoying picnics, playing games, and so on. Upon seeing the intense love the residents of Vrindavana had for Lord Krishna, Brahma felt unqualified to remain there. He was not eager to give up the Lord's association, but he felt it better to return to his personal devotional service in Brahmaloka. Somewhat embarrassed and unhappy over his foolish attempt at bewildering the Lord, Brahma preferred to resume his transcendental loving service rather than try to enjoy the Lord's presence. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. My dear Krishna, I now humbly request permission to leave. Actually, you are the knower and seer of all things. Indeed, you are the Lord of all universes, and yet I offer this one universe unto you. So now, after doing all the prayers, so after this Brahma Vimohan Leela, right? So Brahma has realized his mistake, and with all humility, he is asking permission from the Lord to so that I go back and I he want to leave Krishna with his devotees. So here Prabhupada mentions, so the very important words in the sloka, Vedsi Sarvadrik, no, which means Krishna knows everything and sees everything. No? So Krishna knows everything. Krishna knew already that Brahma has taken, right? And after understanding all that, only he expands himself. He wanted to teach a lesson for Brahma. So similarly, we see in the devotees like their complete faith in Krishna. So whatever he says, they follow, right? So like Pandavas, so whatever Krishna said, they were following that. Though sometimes they felt that is not religious, when in the war field also. Many things which Krishna said, they felt like it is not as per it is not dharmic, they felt. But then they were obliged to do because the Lord is saying, they know Krishna's position, and they knew that Krishna will take care whatever happens, right? So so that we can understand like how the when Arjuna didn't wanted to fight, right? So giving so many reasons, but then after Krishna convinced, he was ready to fight against the same people. So that they know, like even in the Vishwarupa, right? Krishna, when Krishna says, Arjuna wanted to see that who are you, right? So after Krishna explains all his energies, opulences in 10th chapter, then Arjuna really wanted to see that Rupa of Vishnu, like who are you, right? Because he says, I have, it is me only, no, I have in that atava bahuna itena kimnanena tavarjuna vrishtabhyahamidam kritsnam ekamshena sthito jagat. Just with my one spark, I am expanded all over this universe, right? So Arjuna wanted to see that and what was happening, and so when he sees Krishna swallowing everyone and all that, right? So he says, I want, who are you, right? Then Krishna says, Kalosmi, right? Because the time represents Krishna. And he says, just become a instrument. I've killed all of them. No? Krishna says that I've killed Dronancha, Bhishmancha, Jayadratancha, Karnam Statanyanapi Yodhaviran, Maya Hatamstvam Jahima Vyatishta, Yudyasvajeta Rane Sapatnan. So I have killed Drona, Karna, everyone. Jayadrata, everyone. And you just fight and you will win. Yudhyasya jetasi rane sapatna. No? So, and then he said, Tasmat uchista yasho labasva. Bhunktva shatrun. No, sorry. Tasmat tvamuttishta yasho labasva. Says like kill all the enemies, and you just become a instrument, right? So then he does that. Arjuna does that. So that is the thing, because Krishna knows what is going to happen in future. Krishna knew that all these people. So he said, you just become an instrument. Even if you are not there, I know, like I am going to kill all of them because they were all adharmic side. People who support adharma is also to be killed. And that is why, though Bhishma was a pure devotee of the Lord, but there, whatever he did was not right. He stood against Pandavas, and he was supporting the wrong side. So Krishna had to kill him also. Right? So everyone, like Krishna didn't spare anyone who were against Pandavas, right? So because he know Krishna, so the pure devotees, that they are able to see the Lord's plan and they accept whatever is coming in their way as Krishna's plan. So that is a difference between the pure devotees and us, right? So with that, Krishna, he is saying that I would leave to my Brahmaloka. I think this is the last. We'll just read and finish. Is the last, or right?
The prayers are complete
Yeah.
with it, 39. So now
Okay, this is not prayer, is it? It's not
This is
prayer.
what written from some book.
Okay, we just read this, no problem.
It is circulated.
14, 10, 14, 40. Shri Krishna Vrishni Kula Pushkara Joshadayin Shama Nirjara Dvija Pashu Dadi Vrittikarin Uddharmasar Parahara Kshiti Rakshasadhrig Akalpam Arkam Arhan Bhagavan Namaste Shri Krishna Vrishni Kula Pushkara Joshadayin
Shri Krishna
Shri
Vrishni
Krishna
Kula
Vishnu
Pushkara Joshadayin
Shama Nirjara Dvija Pashudadi Vriddhikarin
Manijara Dvija Pasudadi Karin
Uddharma Sarvara Harakshiti Rakshasadhrig
Dharma
Sarvara
Sarvara
Harakshiti
Visti Raksasa
Akalpam Arkam Arhan Bhagavan Namaste.
Akalpam Arkam
Arhan
Arham Bhagavan Namaste.
Somebody read translation.
Mataji.
Yeah.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. My dear Sri Krishna, you bestow happiness upon the lotus-like Vrishni dynasty and expand the great oceans consisting of the earth, the demigods, the brahmanas, and the cows. You dispel the dense darkness of irreligion and oppose the demons who have appeared on this earth. O Supreme Personality of Godhead, as long as this universe exists and as long as the sun shines, I will offer my obeisances unto you. Purport. According to Srila Sanatana Goswami, Lord Brahma is here engaged in the ecstasy of Nama Sankirtana, glorifying various holy names of Lord Krishna that indicate his variegated pastimes. Lord Krishna expertly suppressed the demonic population of the earth, which became unbearable with the advent of demonic politicians like Kamsa, Jarasandha, and Shishupala. Similarly, in modern society, there are many so-called God-fearing people who are actually attracted to demonic existence. Such persons become enlivened with the setting of the sun and go out in the darkness to enjoy life in restaurants, nightclubs, discotheques, hotels, and so on, which are all simply meant for illicit sex, intoxication, gambling, and meat eating. Then there are those who openly defy God and his laws, declaring themselves atheists and demons. Both the covert and the overt enemies of the Lord constitute an unholy burden for the earth, and Lord Krishna descends to expertly remove this burden. Here, Lord Brahma indirectly states that Lord Krishna should remove Brahma's own subtle atheism, which had led him to try to exert illusory power over Lord Krishna. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura, Lord Brahma, in his shame, felt himself to be like a Brahmana Rakshasa from Satyaloka who had come to the earth to disturb Lord Krishna and his intimate friends and cows. Brahma is lamenting that although Lord Krishna is most exalted, Lord of all lords, because he had appeared before Brahma is such a simple and innocent creature, decorated with a stick, a conch shell, ornaments, red clay, a peacock feather, and so on, and sporting with his cowherd boyfriends, Brahma dared to challenge him concerning Brahma's prayers, of which this verse is the conclusion. Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura states, may these prayers of Brahma, which take away all doubts and broadcast all the definitive conclusions of devotional service, become the expert craftsmanship of the foundation of my consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hari Bol. We completed this. So last translation. My dear Sri Krishna, you bestow happiness upon the lotus-like Vrishni dynasty and expand the great oceans consisting of the earth, the demigods, the brahmanas, and the cows. You dispel the dense darkness of irreligion and oppose the demons who have appeared on this earth. O Supreme Personality of Godhead, as long as this universe exists and as long as the sun shines, I will offer my obeisance unto you. So finally, Lord Brahma is living to his abode by paying obeisances unto the Lord. So we should not mistake Lord Brahma to be an ordinary living entity. Actually, he is a very great devotee, and we know that Lord does such pastimes, for he likes to, Krishna likes to enjoy, with his devotees and such kind of pastimes. So he creates such things, and how he, how Arjuna was also bewildered. So similarly, Brahma also, sometimes he make them forget his supreme position, and these things happen. And now Brahma is actually going back to his abode. So yeah, Brahmaloka. And he is very much aware that everything comes to an end except the spiritual world. So he says here that I would offer my obeisances, until this universe exists. That means until he all his life, all his life he would be, because he had a doubt, right, whether he was God or not. No, that is why he came. So now he felt very ashamed, and also he is offering prayers, and he's going back to his Brahmaloka. So here two kind of people are mentioned in the part. So one is God fearing, it is mentioned, but then they are not following any rules and regulations. For name's sake, they are God fearing, but then they are not following any of the regulative principles, right? So we can see here they are very much addicted to all this. So so this is a bit surprising, and we can see also, like, because they don't really feel that there would be any next life or what would happen next, right? And the other one is directly who defy the existence of Lord. So they are atheistic demons. So both covert and overt enemies of the Lord constitute the unholy burden, and Lord Krishna descends to expertly remove this burden. So that is why we see, like, so many good people also, everybody, they died at the Mahabharata war. Like Krishna didn't wanted to, actually, he also went with a peace message, because he was concerned about the innocent warriors who took side of Kauravas. Just because they were on the Kauravas side, both of the soldiers died, even on the Pandavas side. So the Lord is all, he is merciful. He thinks about everyone, but it had to happen, and many died, right? Many people have died, and also there was the next yuga was also about to start. So there are so many things which we can't understand, and it's all the plan of the Lord to remove the burden. So as we know, like, that was the main thing why Krishna came, actually, because Devatas went to pray that he had to remove the burden of that. So that was the reason why Krishna descended. So okay, with this, I think we stop here. Thank you everyone for enthusiastically participating. We'll go to the next prayer next week. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Krupा सिंधुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णव की जय। नामचार्य दास ठाकुर की जय। Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Anybody wants to add anything or no? Stop.